The Legend of Pulau Kapal, Ship Island. Long ago, along the beautiful coastline of Bangka Belitung, nestled amongst a scattering of smaller islands, there lived a wealthy and influential merchant. This merchant owned many ships that sailed the seas, trading valuable goods and bringing prosperity to his family and the region. He had a large family, with many sons and daughters, whom he loved dearly. However, the merchant was also known for his arrogance and pride. He believed his wealth and success were solely due to his own cleverness and hard work, often forgetting to be grateful for the blessings he received. He rarely showed kindness to the less fortunate and often looked down upon those who were not as prosperous as he was. One day, the merchant decided to hold a grand feast to celebrate his latest successful trading voyage. He invited all the prominent figures in the area, boasting about the riches his ships had brought back. The celebration was lavish, with tables laden with the finest food and drinks. Music filled the air, and everyone seemed to be enjoying the merchant's generosity. As the feast reached its peak, an old and frail woman, dressed in simple clothes, approached the merchant. She looked tired and hungry and humbly asked for a little food to ease her suffering. The merchant, surrounded by his wealthy guests and caught up in his own self-importance, scoffed at her. "Get away from here, you old beggar," he boomed, his voice loud enough for everyone to hear. "This feast is for those who have achieved something in life, not for lazy good-for-nothings like you." His words were harsh and cruel, and the old woman's eyes filled with sadness. Silently, she turned and walked away, her heart heavy with disappointment and the merchant's unkindness. Unbeknownst to the celebrating crowd, the old woman was not just a simple beggar. Some whispered that she possessed mystical powers, a guardian spirit of the islands who often tested the hearts of men in disguise. As the old woman retreated towards the shore, she raised her hands towards the sea and the merchant's magnificent fleet of ships anchored nearby. A low rumble echoed across the water, and the sky began to darken ominously. Suddenly, a fierce storm descended upon the coast. The wind howled like a tormented beast, and the waves rose into towering mountains of water. The merchant and his guests were thrown into chaos as their grand celebration turned into a terrifying struggle for survival. The merchant's proud ships, once symbols of his wealth and power, were tossed about like toys in the raging sea. One by one, they began to sink beneath the churning waves. The merchant, witnessing his fortune being swallowed by the ocean, finally understood the gravity of his arrogance and lack of compassion. As the storm raged, one of the merchant's largest and most prized ships was caught in a particularly violent surge. Instead of sinking completely, it was slammed against a shallow reef close to the shore. Slowly, as the storm began to subside, the ship became permanently lodged on the reef, its hull exposed above the waterline. Over time, the wood of the ship weathered and hardened, becoming a permanent fixture in the landscape. The local people, witnessing this strange transformation and remembering the merchant's cruel behavior towards the old woman, named the island that formed around the beached vessel Pulau Kapal, which means Ship Island. To this day, Pulau Kapal stands as a stark reminder of the consequences of arrogance and the importance of kindness and humility. The legend serves as a cautionary tale passed down through generations in Bangka Belitung, reminding everyone that true wealth lies not just in material possessions, but in the goodness of one's heart. The unique shape of the island, resembling a ship, continues to tell the story of the proud merchant and the mysterious old woman who taught him a powerful lesson.